Hello everyone, this is your very own Iyobo for Christ at Women Empowerment. Listen darling, I just want to say first of all that I love you. I really do. I feel you. Let's just say I understand. I've been there. It's only somebody that have been inside the pit and is out that can tell somebody how to get out when you fall into a pit. Listen darling. It doesn't matter what life has thrown at you. It doesn't matter what life has made you to believe. It doesn't matter what that person has made you to believe. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter the mistakes you've made. It doesn't matter the errors that you cannot be able to change anymore. It doesn't matter the people that left. It doesn't matter the people that shut the door at your face. Listen, darling, seriously, I don't care how that thing started, how you got yourself in this mess, how you found yourself in this position, how you managed to get yourself inside this situation that you're asking yourself, is this me? Seriously, it doesn't matter how it happened. I'm not interested. How it happened, who made it happen, if it's you, if it's the other person, if they are, I don't care. The most important thing is, girl, you stayed in this position long enough. Like seriously, the party is over. I don't care how long that mountain has existed. It's time to speak to every mountain. The responsibility is yours, girl. Enough of the pity party. You got to rise up. It's the season for you to stand up. Look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, yes, I can. Stop the crying. Stop the nagging. There's a season to do that. There's a season to play the blame game. Listen, it's not everybody that can understand what you're going through or where you're coming from or where it's hurting you. You know exactly where. TDJ said something that struck me. He said, the worst mistake you can make, and it's very frustrating, to expect compassion for somebody that has not been there. Somebody that have not been through what you're going through. They don't understand. So they can talk whatever and just say anything they want to say. Because you know why? It is easy to stay outside the box ring and then you telling me how to throw the blow. And then you telling me exactly how to fight. No, you're not the one fighting. So you don't know how I have to struggle to punch. How I have to struggle to dodge. How I have to struggle to stand on my feet so that I don't get knocked out. How I've been bussed into this corner, the four corners of the boxing ring. You don't know because you are an audience. You're sitting, you're watching. So it's easy for you to just tell me, well, punch it like this, try it like this, get up when you're being punched. It's easy. So I'm using all this to tell you, girl, don't get bittered when people don't understand. Don't get frustrated or angry when it looks like they don't have compassion for you where you're going through. Listen, darling, it's not about the audience. It is your fight. It is your battle. It is your life. Meaning it's your right. Meaning it's your responsibility. So today I'm going to talk about the party is over. It is so over, girl. It doesn't matter how it started. I'm here to tell you, enough of the pity party. The responsibility is yours. Don't put it on somebody else. If you're tired of that situation, if you go to a restaurant and they give you a menu, you choose. And if you bring that menu, you chose it, we know. And if they bring that menu in front of you, you taste it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and you don't like it, what are you going to do? You're going to shove it all in? No, darling. Or you're going to push it away and say, no, I thought, but it's not what I thought. Or you're going to say, can I have the menu again? Let me look for something else, probably that I like. Because you know why? It's your stomach that food is going into. It's your system. Even if you're sitting there in a restaurant with somebody else, that food you order is going to go into your system. Is it not your responsibility to now say, no, I don't like this food, even though I ordered it before, but I don't like it. It's not tasting the way I expected it to taste, just because of the picture that I saw before, or because of the presentation, the beautiful presentation. No, it's actually not what I thought. You have the right to order another food. You have the right to say, I'm not going to eat it anymore because I don't want to poison my system. So why are you going to put the responsibility on the waitress? Why are you going to put the responsibility on the other person that came to the restaurant with you? Why are you going to put the responsibility on the restaurant? Girl, you ordered the food. If you don't like it, change it. Stop fussing and nagging about it. The pity party is over. I know what I'm talking about. I'm encouraging you today, girl. Whatever it is that is giving you sleepless nights, whatever situation that you are into, whatever circle that it is that is giving you sleepless night, that is not helping you to do better, that you can't function properly, whatever it is that is oppressing you and pressing you down, oh, darling, you got to cut loose. You got to cut loose. You got to amend. You got to rewrite the script, girl. You got to rewrite the script. You can't keep acting same role and you expect the movie to turn out another way. You're still acting that role. You're still filling in the gap. Of course, at the end of the day, when the movie is over, you're going to see the same thing because you're still acting the same role you've been acting for years. If you don't like the way the film is going to end or the way the film normally ends, why still keep acting the same role? I'm using all this example to say, if you don't like what you're seeing, change that thing. Change that situation. Change the way you think. Change the way you talk. Change the way you act. Why you keep doing it over and over again and you expect a change? They say it's only a fool that keeps doing the same thing and expects a change. Crying is not going to solve this anymore, darling. Enough of the crying and the weeping. Action. That is what I need you to do now. Action. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about relationship. I'm talking about church. I'm talking about your family circle. That thing that is not working for you. Listen, darling, as a woman, you need your head to function properly. Why you keep shoving up in a food that is not healthy for you, that you know that my system don't accept this? Why you keep eating it? You're killing yourself. You're poisoning yourself. You're putting up an act. But within you, that food is damaging your system. You know what I'm talking about, girl. You fill in the gap. Whatever that thing is in your life that is not building you. Whatever that thing is in your life that is not causing you to grow, that is a hindrance to what God has called you to do as a queen, as a woman. Listen, darling, it's your responsibility to look in the mirror and say, I can do better. I want to do better. I need to do better. It's your responsibility to look in the mirror and say, I'm a beautiful woman. It's your responsibility to look in the mirror and say, enough is enough. It's your responsibility to look in the mirror and say to yourself, I think I've eaten this food long enough. It's your responsibility to look in the mirror and say, I have outgrown this box you're trying to put me in. just to fit in your own story. Some people can be so selfish. Some women can be so selfish. Some men can be so selfish. Everybody will brand you and shape you to what they want you to be. Nobody cares how you want it to be. Everybody wants to shape you. This is how you're supposed to be. Listen, darling, if you don't do nothing about it, that situation is going to stay. Anything you fail to confront, have the right and the audacity to stand. So how long are you going to keep doing this, darling? How long are you going to keep taking it? I'm saying, girl, no more pity party. Stop making that call. That person you know have nothing good to say. That person you know that when you call that person is going to add to your wound. That person when you know that if you relate, if you pour your mouth out or if you gush out your problem and everything that is happening to you, that person have nothing good to add. It's only going to give you the wrong counsel. It's only going to add to your soul. It's your responsibility to search around and say, I want to do better. So I need to know exactly what I need for this next me that I want to see. I'm trying to say, if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it for you. It's your responsibility, darling. It's your life. So sure, it's your right. Who told you your opinion don't count? Who told you you have to be a superwoman to be somebody? Who told you you have to carry everybody's cross before they know that you are a good wife? Before they know that you are a good mother? Who told you you have to put yourself on at the under list, at the bottom list, before they know that you are doing your best? Who is that person that is feeding you with that lie? It's an oppression, darling. Who is that person that is making you feel, oh, you have to totally write off yourself? Before you know that I'm a good wife, before you know that I'm a good mother, before you know that I'm a good friend, who is that person that is telling you, just shut up, your opinion don't count, this is how we're going to do it? Listen, that is not love, darling. Whether it's friendship, whether it's husband and wife, whether it's church, wherever, you know your shoe, you're wearing it. Fill in the gap. Who told you? Who told you? Who told you that thing, darling? Who is feeding you with that lie? Girl, it's not okay for you to totally write off yourself. It's not okay for you to put yourself at the bottom to try to fit in their story, in their picture. Girl, listen, the responsibility lies with you. It's sad to see women carrying things that they shouldn't carry. It's sad to see women just down there and don't want to rise up because somebody somewhere is feeding you with a lie to say, no, the moment you raise up your finger and say, wait, I think I want to do this the other way. They'll say, put it down. Who is talking? Nobody want to hear you. Nobody want to listen. Nobody want to know the side of your story. Nobody even care how you feel. Girl, listen, I'm trying to say in a very soft way, you are not Jesus. You are human. You have limitations. So you need to rise up from that situation, from that circle. It's been long enough. Stand up, rise up and say, to hear enough, Father. If you don't take that decision, nobody's going to do it for you. If you don't say, here it's where it's hot, nobody's going to understand where it hurts, darling. If you don't speak out enough of this thing that is a man's world, if you don't speak out and say, it hurts right here, I think I need a paracetamol. if you don't speak out and just settle for anything and everything, girl, you're going to waste away. You're going to waste away. Life is going to pass you by. I know you got dreams. I know you don't like it right now the way it looks like. I know you got your passions. I know you got your list of the things you would have loved to do. So my question is, why don't do it? Because it's only when you're happy that you can make somebody else happy. Stop playing the super mama, the super woman, the super... Please, darling. Even in church, sometimes we take up roles that before we know what is happening, we are working for men. You think you're still busy with God. Sometimes, many times we're busy either with ourselves, or busy with God, or busy with man. So you have to know which category right now that you're busy with. You can't be busy with man and expect to get to be paid. No. To be paid by God. It's the company where you work for, that's where you get paid. So enough of all this eye service. If you're tired, say you're tired. You know your grace. If you cannot say no, I can't. If it's hurting, say it's hurting. If that food is not tasting the way you want it to taste, speak out. I'm trying to say, stop crying about it. Stop nagging about it. Stop talking about it. We've been talking and talking. Nothing is changing. I'm just saying with all this, girl, action. Action. This is your life, so it's your right. If you don't do something about it, nobody's going to do it for you, darling. Once again, it's easy for everybody to tell you how to live your life. But it's your world. It's your responsibility, darling. You know better what works for you. Do it. That thing that you have been trying to hold on to for like years, to get a hold of. Stretch out, darling. Do it. No more limitation. No more excuse. I'm a mother. I'm this. I'm that. You know I'm that. Just trying to put on a fake look and a fake face, cover up with makeup and our fake hair and everything. Trying to be fake when God has created us to be helpers in our world. But if you don't have it good with yourself, if you're not sitting good inside your own skin, girl, you can't do nothing. You can't even be a blessing to somebody else. I'm trying to say, if that thing is not working for you, girl, rewrite the story, rewrite the script. Take up another role. Take up another role, because they can advise you and tell you how you're going to do it. But if you refuse to change the way you've been doing it, if you refuse to do it the other way, girl, nothing is going to change. If you refuse to spell it out that this is who I am, know your identity in God, and know that you are human. You're just human too, darling. You can't kill yourself for everybody before they know that you are the best woman on planet Earth. Listen, babe, you got limitations. There's a place where your strength will carry you. You have to release it to God. You have to release yourself and say, God, carry me. Stop doing this thing your own way. Stop being men's pleasers. You go to your friend, you want to please your friend. You come home, you have a man that expects you to please him 100%. You come home, you have kids that expect you to be super mama. You get to the church, you have pastors and brothers and sisters that expect you to like be Jesus. Girl, you're gonna go gaga. You gotta speak out. You gotta dare to stand up and change that thing that is not working for you. Change the mentor. Change your talking. Change your thinking. Do something about that thing, because you're losing it. It's killing you and you know it. It's draining you and you know it. It's sucking the life out of you and you know it. Why are you pretending? Why are you pretending? Because you don't want people to laugh at you. So you refuse to talk? It's your responsibility, girl. Nobody's going to do it for you. Enough of the pity party. Do something about it. Like, seriously, I double dare you to do something about that thing. Whatever that thing is, do something about it. Change it, change it, change it. Do it differently this time. Act differently. Talk differently. Walk differently. Choose your friends wisely. Choose your circle wisely. And most of all, learn to zip it. Learn to zip it. Bring it to the King himself. You find out what God has said concerning that thing. And if God wish you, and you think you're doing the right thing and your spirit is okay with you, then do it. Whatever that thing is, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Find yourself back. Don't feel guilty because you want to find yourself. Because you've lost you. Do it, darling. Because it's only when you're happy. It's only when you're fulfilled, when you are doing what God has called you to do. And when you have peace with yourself. When you are refreshed up here. When you've dealt with the guilt, with the shame. That is the only time you can be able to function properly, darling. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Don't let people put stuff on you that you can't handle and you just go down and like, I have to. You don't have to. You are human. Speak out. Speak out and say, I'm dying. Hey, can you help? Can you help a sister right here? Let's stop faking it. Stop crying when everybody's gone. Do something about it. I love you, girl. I really do. From the depth of my heart. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Don't let nobody make you feel otherwise. Girl, you are a queen. And you deserve the very best. Despite all you've gone through and you're still going through. You can make it work. You can put a stop to this drama. You can rewrite the script. I double dare you to do something about that thing that you don't like. You can, girl. And yes, we will. You for Christ is my name. Till I see you next time. I love you, girl. I really do. All right, bye. Shalom.